Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. So today we are actually doing another preview for our big sales event this weekend. It's our spring kickoff event. We have a special guest today. This is LJ from G-Eye Jigs, for those who don't know. So LJ's got a lot going on with us this weekend. He's basically like living in Anglers, kind of as it were. So LJ's going to be doing a couple things with us. He's going to be here and kind of have a table just talking about his jig heads. We're going to have some special selection of colors we don't carry, but really showing people how to rig, how to fish, that sort of thing. But LJ also on Sunday at noon is going to be here with Travis,
Right.
which for those of you guys... Yep. So for those of you guys who don't follow LJ, he is not just a lure maker. He is a captain. He fishes religiously all the time. So one of the best parts about LJ's lure is it's really a lure made in practice. So the things you tell people and whatnot are based on what's really happening, what you really know is happening. So you get the best of both worlds with that. So one of the things we want to do today is tell you about some of the sales we're going to have on this stuff, and then LJ is going to give us a little preview of to kind of what he's going to talk about, because that's going to be actually a really cool seminar. We've talked about it a little bit. I'm excited for it. So real quick on the sales and stuff we're going to have. So one of the cool things is our Z-Man rep is also going to be here. LJ uses tons of Z-Man lures. The deal we're having going on for Z-Man is the best deal we have ever had. I would even venture to say that anybody has ever had on the greater Chesapeake. And the deal is buy one, get one free. There's no discount better than that. It's a phenomenal discount. LJ stuff too. Deepest discounts we ever have. 20% off all your stuff. So those are going to be some really phenomenal deals, as well as being able to talk to the people who sell them, make them, all that kind of stuff is always great.
And the nice part about that is Travis and I, some of the things that we'll be discussing in our seminar on Sunday at 12 is we're going to be discussing the Z-Man products, which ones we're using, when we use them, and we'll be going from the Streak Z's to the diesel 7-inch paddle tails to even down into the 5-inch Streak Z's and your 4-inch paddle tails too.
Yeah, I would guess by the time he's done his seminar, you will feel like you have to buy 20 different packs of Z-Man baits.
Well, and we're going to be discussing fishing in the bay for black drum, cobia, bulls, striped bass, perch. We're going to be covering a large variety of species, and the tactics that we're going to employ this year, we're going to be discussing those also. You might think of the term light tackle. Well, we're not afraid to dunk bait. We're not afraid to go troll some spoons and mix up things and whatever's going to give us the best opportunity to catch fish. Those are the things that we're going to be discussing on Sunday. Also, Mike, we're going to be bringing in an exclusive jig head that I don't normally sell to tackle shops. I don't even know if I want to say what they are. They're a special stash. These are private stash.
They're the private stock. They're 10-year barrel aged. We had to beg him to bring up, but no, he is going to bring us some special colors and lures. And I really loved what you just said about the seminar too. You get people who make jig heads or do this and that, like you said, with light tackle, and it's kind of like, I'll tell you how you can catch fish this time of year, even though it's not the best. So I love that you're coming at it from that angle of like, hey, this is really what you want to do this time of year, and even if it's not mine or this and that, like this is what you want to do, and I think that's really what people want to hear.
Our thought process is to kind of get off of one style of fishing technique or one targeted species, and start to open up your horizons and do some different things and target some different things.
Yeah, and while we're talking about just different things too, because it was the only thing I didn't get to mention, was we do have an exclusive BKD color, which is our slimy bunker, and last year LJ was nice enough to make us a matching slimy bunker jig head, which we also sell. So those are our exclusive colors, along with, like he said, some of these private stocks.
We'll have some stuff that you're not normally going to get.
Yeah, so that we're really excited for that. G-Eye Jigs makes us just way too excited here. We get all. So anyway, we're definitely looking forward to all that. So
me too. It's gonna be a good time.
So you have laid out some lures here, and I think we were kind of talking about it earlier. Well, you were talking about some sizes and things. So why don't we give people like a little taste of what's happening here and now? What are we doing
right now? The fish are moving between 60 feet of water up into about 48 feet of water. If you're fishing open water like we are. With the cold front that we just had a snap for about 4 or 5 days of cold weather. The water temperature out there didn't go down very much. It went down to about 42.
Yeah.
It held pretty well. Yep. But the fish did move down. They're in the 60 foot to 58 foot mark, but I expect here in the next couple of days they're going to be moving a little bit higher. Also, I'm getting reports that fish are moving up the bay already. So
right.
Yeah. So there's And we're using these XLs right now. The XL floats, so when the lure is actually on the bottom, it actually sits like this, which is a nice feature to this because it doesn't ever lay on the bottom flat. And that's great in open water here, and it's as you move it through, if you're kicking up silt and things with your jig head, you're leaving a scent trail. Plus, we never put our baits down without putting some scent on there. The Procure Super Gel is excellent. My favorite right now is mullet. I love the mullet. And I never turned down menhaden or
yeah, it's surprising how well Procure has come. I mean, it's always been on the scene, it's always existed, and the people who know have known, but I think people are really seeing the advantage of adding that little tidbit, especially, you know, like you talk about, you know, some of those times when you can't get a hit and this and that, it's really great.
Sometimes those fish, the rockfish, they have taste buds on the outside of their mouth, and they come up and they just bump a bait with their mouth and taste it. And if you get some of that Procure on there, they're going to come back. Like one of my biggest fish, the trip before last I caught, it was on one of these paddle tails like this, and I was doing that same thing, just that slow presentation this time of year, and I had the scent on there. I got hit 5 times before I actually buttoned him.
Oh wow!
So he bumped me 5. The 5th time I got him. You know, and I really attributed that to the scent and presentation of my bait. Those are the other things that we'll be talking about on Sunday.
Yeah. Can't give up anymore. It's too much, too much. One of the bait I was just curious because we're just looking at it, and you did just talk about. I mean, not necessarily that you're targeting a different size fish, but you know, you kind of have some other, you know, some of your smaller size baits and stuff. So why don't we talk about some of these, you know, maybe not as what you would think G-Eye Jig baits real quick.
Well, I'll tell you what's funny is like I wouldn't have believed it, and I wouldn't have tried that. But this bait right here, I probably caught 15 striped bass on that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was trying to, you know, catch trout, but no, they were nailing it, and they wouldn't touch an XL. They wouldn't touch a 10-inch. So this is a bait that I love to fish in the summertime. It's every cast. It's a 3/8 ounce head, and it's a 3 3/4 inch Z-Man. Oh, it's dynamite. Just put this thing on, it's instant catch. Yeah, these
that's
are
a great
bait.
profile.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it looks just like those stink silvers that are out there and stuff. So
Absolutely.
and they last forever.
TPE plastics. Well, anyway, thank you for coming out here today and for this weekend. We really look forward to having you. It's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. We have tons of sales, plus all these sales, so we have all these discounts. They get you into a raffle, so I'm a child at heart, and when I was a child, they used to have us sell popcorn and magazines, and if I sold enough popcorn and magazines, I'd get in a cash cube that blew around cash that I'd get to grab, and of course, I never sold enough to ever get in it, so once I started doing this, I decided to buy our own cash cube and do it ourselves. So everybody who makes any purchase as well gets into these raffles, so you get a chance at, what, $1,000 worth of stuff. That's going to be pretty fun, too. After LJ, so LJ's going to be here, again, doing this seminar at noon on Sunday. He'll be here most of the day answering questions, going over, you know, with these
and
things.
help you set up your own rigs and things. So.
And then right afterwards, we're going to lead that seminar right into our next one. We're going to talk about rockfish regulations, which I know we're all so excited to talk about. So that'll be really fun, too. But anyway, thank you so much for coming in today. We look forward to having you this weekend, and we hope to see you guys out there for all the sales and events and things that are happening. Check out our website, anglersannapolis.com.